How does it begin? With the rain, dirty, wet rain. With an eviction, and with a boy soon to be a man. The heavy rain, the heavy hearts that night seeking shelter in the old broken down shed. The sodden scraws weary, cannot hold out against this much rain. It pours through the roof. It's one of those nights. As the dawn breaks, Hugh, Mary and their sister Bridget rise early to thin turnips. Stooping low through the mist, they pick out the smallest and the weakest. Their crooked fingers furrow the soil, pushing through clay their father toiled, but could not call his own. And as the dawn breaks, young Johnny wakes gently, on tips of toes slips out, unbeknownst, to a quiet corner of the field by the river to spy on birds. Hiding in bushes to watch over nests built early in the spring. He sits silently, cock-eared, listening to the conversation of greenfinch, sisk and redpole, straining for the curlew's call, until he hears her plaintive cry. While at the cross, his brother Edward tightens the reins. Forward, onward, launch! Dirty, wet rain, Edward Singh mutters to himself as he spits into the wind. Dirty, wet rain! The men curse silently, trudging home across muddy fields. Disgruntled, the Careys would not just quietly leave. Disturbed by what just unfolded, they gripe and groan, hungry for lunch, and the rain pours down. God bless you, Mr. Singh, you've come on a bad night. The old woman looks familiar. I don't know from where, but I sense we've met before. Dressed all in black, wisps of white hair stick out under her cap as she busies herself in the kitchen making tea, and I'm humbled by the warm hospitality so common in these parts. I start again. I'm looking for the Last Cottage at the head of the glen. She smiles. A knowing smile suggests to me that she has somehow foreseen my arrival. But how and why? I'm none the wiser. Let you stretch out now, Avorneen, and make no hurry. Here's a tea made from the flowers of the hawthorn tree to soothe your throat, for it's wheezing like a sick sheep you are. And if you don't mind me saying, I can tell you're a handsome fella, but you have the look of poor Mary Kinsler who's been waked at the last cottage you're after passing tonight. I'm happy to stop a while by the fire. My chest is sore from the shaking of the cough, and I feel tired. As I settle in, the old woman starts to tell a story. I take off my hat and listen, cock-eared to her chatter. Other times, nights when the rain is lashing against the window and the wind is howling around the corners of the house, he'll swing the door open and the storm follows him in. When I can see the lightning in his eyes. On those nights, I hold my tongue. What are you saving for now, Nora Burke? Huh? A new husband? Who'd have you now anyways? I'm thinking there's few have use for a barren mule. I should send you off for the cull. What use is a sheep if she won't have a lamb for you and rear it? Walk out that door now, Nora Burke. Walk on out that door. There's no one here stopping you. Isn't it a wonder you didn't go off with that rogue Darcy when you had the chance? The devil Darcy! This is the place that I was born. As the shadow moved up through the glen, I crawled up through a chink in the floorboards and found the bedpan overflowing, wanting to be emptied. Found the potatoes wanting to be boiled. Found the brood sow wanting to be fed. Found the turf wanting to be drawn. Found a man unable to spawn. You made your bed. Did I make the bed cold? I hear the chattering magpies outside. One for sorrow, two for joy. They playfully toy. Get up, get up, get up and go.
If all the young men were hares on the mountain, if all the young men were hares on the mountain, how many young girls would take guns and go hunting?
I want to tell you now about the stranger. He's been coming this last while, always at dusk, always polite. Usually a tip of the hat and a good evening. You can tell by his accent that he's a cut above. Sometimes I see him standing in the road looking up into the head of the valley, like he's in a dream, taking no notice of bird nor beast around him. Other times he'd be chatting to anything that passes in him, 2 legs or 4. Sure, the other day I saw him talking to a pig below in the field as if it was his brother. The poor crater. I've been watching him a while now from the half door, always scribbling in his notebook. He likes to practice the names, and I hear him repeating them. Connevala, Cullentra, Carasilla, Ballyboy, Ballybraid, Ballyfinchog, Kirkee, Barravore, Claharna, Drumgoff, Clonkeen, Camanabalo. Connevala, Cullentra, Carasilla, Ballyboy, Ballybraid, Ballyfinchog, Kirkee, Barravore, Cloharna, Drumgoff, Clonkeen, Camanabalo,